Assalamu alaikum everyone. A very good morning to you all. First of all, apologies that I started my lesson a little late today just because of the traffic jam on the Shahapura road. Somehow I'm back here with a new lesson, a new topic to be started today, inshallah. And the name of that topic is Bank Reconciliation Statement. Bank reconciliation statement has been one of those topics which has been often assessed by the examiner in the Cambridge examinations. Therefore, it equally holds its importance, and for you as a candidate of Cambridge examinations for accountancy, it is imperative for you all to pay some good focus towards the concepts of these topics. Now, the way I'm going to start this topic is basically going to interlink some things with our brought forward knowledge about the cash book. What is basically a cash book? We all know cash book is a ledger, a book of prime entry, which is made with an intention. Okay, इसको एक intention से बनाया जाता है. And what is that intention? To record all transactions related to cash and bank. ठीक है. Cash book, such a ledger, such a day book in which all transactions that are related to cash and to the bank, they're all recorded in the cash book. Okay, this is one thing. Now, as we have mentioned two columns over here in cash book, one is cash and one is bank. Okay. Now, what if we go deep into the concepts of these things? Cash क्या है? Cash is the physical money. Money present with you. जो पैसे आपने अपने पास रखे होते हैं, the money that you have kept with you, उसका रिकॉर्ड कैश बुक के अंदर होता है. कैश बुक के अंदर दो रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं. One is for cash. What is cash? The money that is kept with you. Okay. What is bank? Money that is kept in the bank. Okay. Now, what if there are two columns and the cash column says that you have 5,000 in your cash. The cash till, the box, the cash till, which is normally used in the organizations. What if the cash book says that you have $5,000 in that cash till? So verifying the availability of these $5,000 is very easy. How can we do that? We can open up the cash till, we can count the cash, and that's it. If that's 5,000, that means things are absolutely fine. But what if the bank says that we have $50,000 in our bank account? This money is not kept with us. It is there in the bank. And obviously on daily basis or hourly basis, we cannot go and visit the bank and check that, okay, what if our cash book says that bank has $50,000? So is there $50,000 in the bank's record as well? Because what happens over here, the record and the physical existence of the money, that is with the business. But over here, the record is with us, but the money is somewhere else. Now, obviously, there is basically no tension over here. No issues related over here whenever we need to cross-verify things. Because obviously, if your mind says that you have $200 in your pocket, so you can simply check your pockets, and if there are $200, you're satisfied. But what if your mind says that, okay, I might have $300 in my bank, so you'll have to somehow consult the bank for it. Now, what happens? For this side, the bank column of the cash book, For this particular side, we need to keep some reconciliations. We need to keep some reconciliations. Now, what is the meaning of the reconciliation? I'm going to let you all know about that. So basically, bank reconciliation statement is such a topic which involves cash book in it. Just because we prepare a cash book and under the shadow of that cash book, we have a bank column. That is why we need a bank reconciliation statement as well. Let's have a look. What do we mean by reconciliation? Now, class, one thing is for sure that we as a business prepare a cash book, okay? And in that cash book, one column is of bank, right? What if we say that, okay, in our bank, our records tell us that we have $15,000 in our bank account. Now, bank, what is bank? Bank is a third party which is giving us, the business, a service. We are availing services from the bank, financial services for online deposits, for transferring money, to store our money, and for overdraft facility. There are many services that are provided by a bank. We've gone through them very comprehensively. So basically, bank is a third party. It is an independent organization. It is independent of us. Obviously, the bank is not our organization. The business's organization. No, it is an independent organization. So that means bank maintains its own records. So one thing is for sure over here, that the way we are maintaining the bank column of our cash book, bank as an organization is also maintaining its records. Like, what if we deposit money in a bank? हम बैंक में पैसे जमा करवाते हैं. So what if we are recording over here in the cash book? Obviously, the bank is also recording that in its cash, in its statement. So the recording process is being performed on both sides. Now, it's very logical, very simple, that if we are performing recordings on both sides, then obviously the records must tally with each other. The records being tallied with each other means that the figures in both the cash book and the bank, it must be the same. Now, the first thing is that recording that a bank makes for us is client recording. That means every transaction for bank that is performed, the document, the way we prepare a cash book, हम जैसे cash book बनाते हैं, bank for every client prepares a bank statement. It prepares a bank statement. Now, it's obvious that if our cash book says that bank has basically $15,000, then obviously the bank statement, that means the bank's record, must also manifest that yes, there are $15,000 in your bank account. Why is this bank statement prepared? This bank statement is prepared for a reason, that the client has all its transactions with the bank, and whatsoever are those transactions, majority of the transactions are either deposit means पैसे जमा करवाना अपने account में, and withdraw means पैसे निकलवा लेना अपने account से. So all these deposits and withdrawal, they are recorded in the bank statement. So after all these deposits and withdrawal, the bank must also manifest the same balance which a cash book is manifesting. इन दोनों के balances आपस में equal होने चाहिए. What if they are not equal? What if they're not equal? That means that might be possible that we have some transactions missing in our cash book, or the bank has not recorded any of the transaction. So wherever there is a difference, let's say the cash book says there are $20,000, right? The bank statement says there are $25,000. That means there is a difference. There is a difference between the two balances. And what do we need to do? We need to reconcile those balances. Reconcile का मतलब होता है differences को खत्म करना, right? Now we have to reconcile these differences. Ab yes, there are specific questions related to this reconciliation. Before we move on to the main formats, reconciliation hoti kaise hai? Yeah, what are the rules that define our reconciliation? Let's have a look on that, first of all. Well, in order to reconcile balances with bank, business requests a bank statement. What happens whenever we see that okay, bank के साथ हमारी cash book में हम recording करते जा रहे हैं, because what happens is कि अगर ये business है, ये cash book prepare कर रहा है, right? Obviously, if there is one transaction related to the bank that is passed in the cash book, तो obviously on the other side, bank भी अपनी bank statement में उस transaction को pass कर रहा है. Okay. अब reconciliation के लिए what happens first of all? In order to reconcile balances with bank, business requests a bank statement. Business bank को कहता है कि मैंने अपने balances को reconcile करना है, देखना है कि क्या जो records हमारे चल रहे हैं वही आप लोगों के भी चल रहे हैं, तो काइंडली मेरे अकाउंट की मुझे एक स्टेटमेंट की कॉपी सेंड करना है. सिंपली जैसे हम एक रिकॉर्ड मंगवाते हैं, कह लें ये बैंक का एक लेजर है जो कि हमने अपने बैंक से मंगवाया, ठीक है, उसको फिर हम क्या करते हैं, अपनी कैश बुक के साथ टैली करते हैं, ठीक है. दिस इज वन थिंग. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग ओवर हियर, इन ऑर्डर टू रिकंसाइल वी फॉलो द ट्रांजैक्शंस ऑफ अ बैंक. रिकंसाइल का मतलब मैंने आपको बताया था इन उर्दू, दूरियों को खत्म करना. तो whenever you want to eradicate differences between your balances and the balances in the bank statement, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? We have to follow the transactions of the bank. Follow the transactions of the bank का क्या मतलब है? Whatsoever bank has recorded, उसको आप रिकॉर्ड कर लो. Whatsoever the bank has not recorded, उसको आप अपने रिकॉर्ड से भी निकाल दो. जब ये दो काम कर लेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली उनके बैलेंसेस आपस में मैच कर जाएंगे. तो बेसिकली रिकंसिलिएशन का जो अटमोस्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव है, वो ऑब्जेक्टिव ये होता है दैट वी हैव टू रिकंसाइल, वी हैव टू मैच द बैलेंसेस, द बैलेंस इन द बैंक स्टेटमेंट, द बैलेंस इन द कैश बुक ऑफ द बैंक कॉलम, राइट? थर्ड रूल दैट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ओवर हियर, बैंक in the cash book for us as a business, it is an asset for us. It is an asset for us. Now, obviously, our bank account in a bank, in the form of a bank statement, for bank, it is a liability. Why liability? Because we have given it to secure to the bank. We have trusted the bank that, okay, you keep this money of us with you. Whenever we need it, we'll get it back, right? So they record it as a liability. Why so? Because whenever that money will be requested back by us, the bank would have to return it. The bank would have to return it. So one thing is for sure, that cash book ka jo bank column hai, for us it is an asset, whereas bank statement that is being prepared by the bank for us is a liability for them. So remember one thing, that any transaction that is debit in the cash book would be a credit in the bank statement, and any transaction that is a debit in the bank statement would be rather a credit in the cash book. जो ट्रांजैक्शन कैश बुक में बैंक कॉलम में डेबिट हो रही है, वो बैंक स्टेटमेंट में क्रेडिट हो रही होगी. Why so? Because of the opposite nature. Here the cash book is basically, the bank column is basically an asset. The bank statement for the client जो हमारे लिए बैंक बना रहा है, वो एक liability है. तो ये बेसिक डिफरेंसेस जब हमें पता होंगे तो वी विल बी नोइंग कि कौन सी ट्रांजैक्शन को हमने किस तरह से ट्रीट करना है, राइट? Now, this is basically the complete overview, the complete idea about this concept, right? If you could just please give me 1 minute. Well, as far as the basic concept and the basic idea behind this topic is concerned, this is the complete background. After this, we'll have our complete working started, that yes, this is particularly how a bank reconciliation statement is constructed under different circumstances in a business organization. Well, as far as the lesson and the lecture is concerned, this is all for today. I won't be uploading any worksheet for today, as we've just started this new topic. We'll be tomorrow having, in fact, day after tomorrow, having a new lesson related to it. And after that lesson is summed up, I'll be giving a small worksheet for that as well. Well, till then, take care, everyone. And at the end, in next 5 minutes, I'll be having a question and answer session with you all. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.